Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 11th of June 2021. And the markets are extremely choppy, so this has been the trend that we open gap up, then we see some volatility on both sides, and at the end we close almost at the same place where we opened. And this choppiness has been there in the market for quite some time because daily when you are opening gap up or gap down, there is not much scope of a one-sided move, and that's what we have been observing. So let's try to understand through charts and data that what has been the activity for today and what we can expect in the coming days. So let's start off with the option chain first. Very first observation, there has been writing both on the put side as well as on the call side. But one thing which you will see is that the aggression has been more on the call side. So you will see that each multiple of 100, there is some good amount of writing and some addition happening today as well. So, every multiple of 100 will act as a good resistance from here on. And I include 15800 in that because this was the level from which we gave a really good fall just within a couple of candles or 15 minutes a day before yesterday. And on the put side, you will see that the highest OI is as of now at 15700. Okay, no, it's at 15,000, pardon me. But 15700 still has a significant OI. But you will see that not a lot of addition has been done, whereas on 15800, some good amount of addition of the call side has been done. So overall 15800, although we have closed very close to 15800, almost on 15800, but it still looks like a resistance to be honest. So let's see how do things turn up. And of course after that you will have 16,000 as the only major resistance which is left for Nifty. And it won't be that easy for Nifty to break it. But anyways, let's see. Looking at the activity of addition, I am hoping that the PCI should be close to 1. Yes, it is. So it is at 1.04 and the max pain is at 15800. Let's try to analyze the option chain for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, again you will see that writing has been both on the put side as well as on the call side. Almost equally aggressive writing on both sides. But still 35,000 happens to be the strike with the highest OI on the put side. Because we even tested 34,900 today and you basically gave a bounce from that level. So that level has been acting as a very good support for Bank Nifty and we have been witnessing a bounce every time we go close to that level. So that's one thing which you should note. And again, a lot of addition on the call side as well. In fact, the addition on call side is slightly more than that on the put side because Bank Nifty is clearly lacking strength because every rise is being sold off, and that's what we can see here. Again, 35,500 happens to be another important resistance. And another thing which I would say here is that there is a lot of divergence between Nifty and Bank Nifty for the last few weeks or days. Because you have been observing that Nifty is making new all-time highs, but Bank Nifty hasn't even tested its old all-time high. And this cannot sustain for a very long period. Either Bank Nifty will rally along with Nifty or either Bank Nifty will try to pull Nifty down. And that's what we have been seeing, that there is clear-cut signs of weakness in Bank Nifty in every single trading session. So let's have a look at the max pain and PCR. Max pain is at 35,000 and the PCR is at 0.7, which is kind of oversold. Not a lot oversold, but still it is oversold. And let's try to understand the intraday activity on charts. So first of all, let's go to a higher time frame, which is, let's say, 30 minutes. And 30 minutes I did tell you that we particularly had this rising wedge formation which was broken down day before yesterday. And again we tried to test that this particular trend line, but we basically took a resistance from this and we have closed below this particular trend line. So that's one thing. And you will see that very constructed movement. So you open up gap up and you see some volatility, but overall we stay just where we opened. Looking at the daily candle of Nifty, so you will see a kind of doji here, and that's what we have been talking about, that we closed exactly at the point where we opened. So we have a doji formation, although this was a bullish harami pattern yesterday, but today we have a doji. So let's see if it's a sign of a trend reversal or not. This is an indecisive candle and anything could happen from here on. So let's see. Let's try to analyze Bank Nifty. So the daily candle again looks bearish, looks highly bearish. And this was basically a descending triangle formation on an hourly time frame. So let me show you. So you can see that it was taking support at this level, which is 34,600. This is where we took support in the last couple of trading sessions. And 34,900 is another important support for Bank Nifty. But you see that this basically this particular trend line was acting as a very good resistance. We opened above that, we could not sustain, then we tried to go up again, and ultimately we closed above that. But again, this is not a decisive closing, so I would not draw any conclusions from this. So this is what we have for the charts, and now let's try to understand the data, or before that let's just try to see and have a look at the global cues. Okay, so here are the global cues. Indices have given up from the top. So US indices, particularly Dow, S&P and Nasdaq, have all given up from the top, where Dow is looking a little more weak than compared to S&P and Nasdaq. But still you will see that there is not a lot of heavy panic as of now. And the reason is that VIX is also cooling off. So the markets are falling, but the fear is not there, and the VIX index has been falling. The European indices are looking strong. So you will see that all of the three are trading in good green points, and that's what you will see. So mild weakness here, but again the markets are going to go on all night. So that's what we'll have to see, that what sort of closing do we get in these indexes. And dollar index has been going up, and that's what I have been telling you, that dollar index seems to be taking support, and that's what we have been seeing, that it's going up. Talking about commodities, so this is not good. Brent oil has been making new highs every single day, and that's not very good for us as an economy. But you know that all of that is being neglected as of now, because there is just too much liquidity in the stock markets. Talking about the bonds, so the 10-year bond yield has fallen quite a lot. So it did touch 1.43 at one point in the day, but again some sort of recovery has been seen from here. Crypto is looking mixed here, but it's mostly on the weaker side. So you will see some good profit booking in crypto, but this is really volatile, because right now you are seeing a 3% fall. Who knows, tomorrow it will rise up by 7%. So we never know. So crypto is highly volatile. So this is all about global cues, and Asian indices are looking kind of flat to mix, but you will see green numbers as well as red numbers here. So you need to be a little bit cautious here, because there are mixed signals in the global markets. But a lot will depend on how these three indices close tonight. So we'll have to have a look at that. Let's quickly go to the data and try to decipher what's happening here. This is the data for the cash market. So you will see 11th of June, FII is buying for just about an 18 crores on net basis, and DIIs have been buying for a 666 crores. Overall, this looks neutral to positive, because the buying from FII is almost negligible, but they have been buying in significant numbers for the last 4 or 5 trading sessions, sparing 1 or 2. But this basically looks good. But one of the things which we need to understand is that there is no such a clear trend which is emerging from their buying in cash market, because you will see one day they buy, the other day they sell. And see, these people also know that probably a lot of retail is looking into this number and trying to make conclusions. But as of now, we can see that there is no sort of a clear trend emerging out of in this particular numbers. So this is positive for today, but still I could not say it with a lot of surety, because DIIs are doing this skip game. Basically, one day they buy, the other day they sell, and that's what they have been doing. Agreed that FIIs have been buying for the last 4 or 5 sessions, so that is positive. Let's go to the derivatives data and try to understand what's happening there. So we'll start with the FIIs. You will see that the net long in the index futures has kind of remained same. So you will see long unwinding plus short covering, but you will see that the absolute quantity of long unwinding is more than that of short covering. So overall, I would say that this is neutral from an index futures perspective from FIIs. Talking about stock futures, again kind of same. So you will see that the net long is almost similar as yesterday, and you will again see some long build up plus some short build up here as well. But you will see this is almost equal amounts, just a minute bias to the stock future long position. So again, this is neutral with a very slight bullish bias, but overall basis this looks neutral. And you will see that the activity in futures is neutral, and that's the reason that you did not see a lot of movement in the market today, and that's what we saw, right? Talking about the options activity, so you will see that the put shots in the index have increased by roughly about 22.76%, which is roughly about 30,000 quantities added here. But this is heavily bearish now, because you will see that 70,000 lots have been shorted on the call side by the FIIs, and this is an 80% increase compared to yesterday. So this is heavily bearish based on the options writing perspective. Talking about option buying, so the call longs have increased by roughly about 30%. The put longs have increased by roughly about 14%. So overall, option buying looks in the favor of bulls, but this number is concerning, and I would say that this is heavily bearish. So I would say that options data is heavily bearish. So to sum it up for FIIs, index futures are neutral, stock futures are neutral to mild bullish, and the options activity overall looks bearish, heavily bearish. Talking about the proprietary desks and retail activity, so you will see that for the pros, the net long in index futures has decreased by 2%. So you will see both a long build-up plus a fresh short build-up. But the short build-up happens to be more, and that's why you will see that there is a decrease in the net long. Stock futures, the activity is kind of same as was previously. The options activity, you will see that basically the calls are added more than puts. So overall this looks kind of bullish, but on an overall basis you will see that the quantity here is almost similar, but the daily addition is more, but the quantity overall basis looks out to be almost similar in these two. Talking about option writing, so you will see that some huge number of call shots have been added by the pros as well, and the put shots are not that high as compared to these. But again, these also look kind of equivalent, although there is a little bias on the call shot side. So this can be neutral to mild bearish. That's what we can see here. Talking about retail, so retail has added up new longs and added up shorts as well. So the net long in index futures for retail has gone up by almost 2%. But you will see that the addition is longs is more than that of shorts. And talking about the options activity, so you will see that a huge number of call longs have been added by retail today. And that's the reason, right? Everyone cannot just keep on shorting the calls. There needs to be some buyer as well. So retail is that buyer of the call shots we saw from Pro and FII. And you will see that the put long has also been increased, but the increase in call longs happens to be more. Talking about option buying, so there are more put shots than the call shots, but there is not a lot of difference, but yeah, there is some significant difference in terms of absolute quantity. So you will see that the retail has shorted some of the puts, so that is again, you know, making retail bullish. So retail looks bullish, Pro and FII look bearish, and that's our analysis for today. So I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please consider pressing the like button, and if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.